Chase Sexton. The cowboy. Right high. Oh, and he goes into the back of Webb. He didn't need to do it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to round 17, the final, the finale. What's another good synonym or phrase for the last one, Charles? The final countdown?
Final countdown. The
last hurrah?
Kit and caboodle.
I don't know what that means, but I like it. Yes, this is the last round of the RN Fantasy SXperts show. Thank you for joining us. It's coming down to the wire. We had a first this weekend. Over 1,500 perfect scores.
And you and I are not one of those.
I had 87. How'd you do, Charles?
60-something.
60-something. Just building up that cushion. And so we had over 1,500 perfect scores. Now remember, we have RN Fantasy Cash. A lot of people probably wondering, like, how the heck did I not win a prize if I got a perfect score? Well, you got to remember that timestamps are tiebreakers. And so the 10 people that got their picks in the earliest that got perfect scores, they're the ones that won the weekly prize. But you still win because RN Cash.
John Stamos. What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Yeah, so if you scored a perfect score, you got about 10 to 12 bucks of cash that you can spend on Rocky Mountain's website. If you haven't linked your fantasy account to your Rocky Mountain account yet, I have a video. I explain how to do it. Go do that. Spend some cash on Rocky Mountain's website. It's a win-win. All right, not only that, but yes, this is the final round, which means we are very, very close to giving away grand prizes. This is why you play fantasy all throughout the year. Before we do that, though, Chuck, let's do our results here real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have the top 5 correct, like all the riders in the top 5?
I was missing one.
You left Roxon in.
No, I didn't want to talk
I'm going to call
about
you out right now.
I didn't update it. I locked it in, and I left it.
And you got hosed because of it.
I did.
I had the top 5 correct. I had Malcolm and AP flip-flop, but I got the podium right. Did you get wild card?
I didn't. I was one off on wild card.
Yeah, I thought Hill had it, man. He was barely off. I had Hill in there too. But look, this is why you want to be playing RN Fantasy SX, because we are 1 week away this weekend. Standard points is not double points, and we are going to drop your lowest score after the race. That being said, we got a KTM 450 SXF race prepped, ready to give away to first overall, a 300 SX race prep for second, and then an SX E5 e-bike to third. That's just the top 3. We have 7 other amazing grand prizes that we're going to give away. That's why you play fantasy, and we do the fantasy cash.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and we've got 10 weekly prizes we're doing this week too.
What do we got this week?
So the Bell Moto 10 helmet. We've got some stuff from Acerbis, Rhino Power, FXR, Bridgestone, ASV 100%, Dirt Tricks, and Troy Lee Designs, along with Sycra.
I do want to call out this Bell Moto 10 spherical for this week. It is a Pro Circuit helmet that is, it's an LE version, and it's freaking rad. So props to Bell for giving away a Pro Circuit helmet. This thing's rad. When you guys see it, you're going to love this thing. All right, so let's take a look, though, because leaderboards here. Crazy 509 is at the top with 933. A pretty good little buffer, 20 points. I need to see Crazy's scores the last few rounds because he must have been crushing it. Because now he's 20 up over Nelson 467.
Yeah, Goat 745 and Jam 08, they've been
up there, but they've kind of dropped down a little bit, so they better have a good round. The hard part is this weekend, if we just had 1,500 or more than that perfect scores, there's going to be a lot of perfect scores again this weekend. The wild card's going to be a little bit tougher. It's a little bit farther back. That's going to be the deal breaker. But I think for the most part, you're probably going to see the same top 5 guys. Just you got to make sure you get the order right. So we'll see how it shakes out. But yeah, those guys are down by, let's see, Jam 08, he was up there. So now he's just 3. He's 36 points out. That's going to be tough to make up unless Crazy 509 just blows it. But we'll see, though. It's coming down to the wire. I'm stoked for it. Weekly prize winners from this last week. Congratulations to Nealgia 52, got the MSR riding gear. PJDG, got the Fly Formula CC helmet. Nice. Turbo Cowboy. Good name.
Awesome name.
Got $400 to Works Connection and a whole bunch more, so congratulations to you. All right, here it is, folks. Fox Racing race recap. Look, we'll just talk about the big one first, Charles, with 250s.
Yep.
Deegan pass on Davies. You okay with it or no?
I'm torn. I hate to be in the middle, but I feel like I'm in the middle. And the reason is I'm like, he didn't straight up just like T-bone him, but it was a pretty decent bump.
Okay.
But, you know, he was showing him the wheel for a few corners. So it's like, Davies probably should have known it was coming. So it's like, that's why I'm kind of neutral about it. Whereas if it was out of nowhere, I'd be like, that's messed up.
Yeah. Look, I'm not even torn. I'm totally okay with it. Mm-hmm. Two reasons why. One, it's for the race win.
Yeah.
Right? So Deegan wanted to win that race. Obviously, for a couple reasons, win some money and, you know, a little bit more of a points buffer going into Salt Lake. There's no way in my mind that he was meaning to put Davies over the berm, could predict that, because it wasn't a big enough hit that you would think Davies was going to go off the track.
Right.
Davies got stuck. It was just this weird situation that once in 100 times that same pass happens, that's Davies going to get stuck like that. And to be totally honest with you, I think it was a great learning lesson for Davies because he had a 4 or 5 second gap over Deegan. And I don't know if it was lappers that necessarily were the reason that Deegan was able to catch up. Deegan just turned it on, but Davies let him catch up. And then in that situation, I'm with you. You can't leave the door open going into a left, like a 90-degree turn like that. You got to ride a little bit more defensive, be smarter. And if you're Deegan too, I see it's like Davies is riding really good. He's been trying to get around him now for a couple laps. You got to try and make the pass stick.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm okay with it. Blake, man behind the camera, are you cool with it? Yes or no? Give us he does. He's 50-50, más o menos. He's like you, Chuck. All right. I'm totally okay with it. Davies, but here's the deal. Deegan wrapped up the title.
Uh-huh.
Davies owes him one.
Yeah, I would agree.
And now we're Salt Lake showdown. Deegan's got nothing to lose. He could care less what happens, right?
That's true.
But he does want to win the race. So does Davies. Davies owes him one.
Well, yeah, Davies owes him one. Hear me out, though. If Deegan could have passed him clean, I feel like it could have shut up a lot of people. Like, just, hey, I want to make this statement.
Oh,
I'm the
I'm the best
fastest
guy.
250 rider. Like, if you can do it with a clean pass, no bumping, way more respect. But it's like everybody in the stadium, I feel like a lot of people lost respect for that. Or it upset a lot
I
of
feel
people.
like half the stadium already didn't like Deegan when they went into there.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was just like what they needed to cheer a little bit more or boo him. So that's how I feel.
Okay, no, that's true.
It's always a little black and white
If he
with
would
him
have done
anyway.
it clean,
Maybe.
you know, it would have been different.
What if,
different outcome.
okay, let's go to the 450 highlights with Sexton and Webb, right?
Uh-huh.
Holy crap. Well, one, Sexton's pass on Webb. Webb said he cross-jumped him. He was seeing red. If Sexton punts Webb over the track the same way that Deegan did, and that all happens, does Sexton get booed?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah. I don't think there's just a way to make it like an aggressive pass like that in any situation, and people aren't going to be mad at you for it. But I don't know. Could be wrong. But I will say that during the 450 race, it was getting kind of dicey there.
It was.
Justin Cooper did a phenomenal job of somehow managing to keep Malcolm behind him and not pass Webb. Just a weird position to be in.
Yeah.
Mookie had nothing to lose. Him and Cooper are like really close for third place overall in the championship. That's a big payday, I'm assuming, for one of these guys for bonus-wise. And Coop had to have been kind of stressing out a little bit because if he, in this race, or in Salt Lake, Cooper Webb has to finish 4th or better, wins the title.
Right.
5th or worse, and Sexton wins, Sexton's your 2025 champion.
Yeah.
I thought, for whatever reason in my mind, I thought like it was going to be Webb had to just get like 10th or better. For some reason, I just felt like Webb had this big, cushy points lead, and we were going to be good. But no, it's 4th or better.
Let's see. There's 9 points separating them right now. So if he would have lost a position this last weekend,
then it's third. Then it's like you got to be on the podium. Like, yeah, it completely. If he gets 3rd, or even if he gets 4th, whatever happens, like if he'd have made just a tiny mistake while those two are right behind him, Cooper Webb is finishing 4th. Chase wins. We go into Salt Lake and it's winner take all, or pretty dang close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was getting dicey for Cooper Webb there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he'd Great job managing that.
Justin Cooper was his best ally because if Cooper is not in between him and Mookie, I kind of think Mookie gets around Cooper Webb.
So is that...
He's on an Austrian bike.
So do you think that was like team riding then?
What's
kind of?
that?
Like there's no way that Justin Cooper passes Cooper Webb.
No.
Right? So,
But Justin
that's
Cooper's
kinda
got
helping.
Mookie just breathing down his neck. So it's like, you're kind of like, if you're Justin Cooper, you're wishing you could talk to Cooper or to Webb and be like, hey man, you got to go.
Yeah.
This guy's breathing down my neck. And if you don't go, he's going to get around me at some point, and then you're right in front of us. Like, so he could pass both of us. So it's just this weird situation to be in. We'll get to it more, but other than that, yeah, Sexton checked out. It was good. Not bad.
Yeah.
Track trends, dude.
Track trends. Shorter start.
Perfect weather, mid 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, nice and warm in Salt Lake.
Love it.
Yeah, I saw two long rhythm lanes.
Yeah.
We brought sand back.
Sand's in there.
Doesn't look like a big sand section, but first time we've seen sand since, gosh, probably Tampa. Or something.
Yeah, it's been
It's been a long time.
a while.
6-7 races.
But yeah, that'll be good. And then, yeah, a little bit shorter start straight. So
Yeah, but
mix it up.
what you need to know is that the Salt Lake dirt is very, very similar to Denver. It gets really hard and baked throughout the day. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But speaking of top contenders, let's just jump right into it here with our Bridgestone guys. Because Bridgestone Top Contenders. Yep. But it's basically the order that you see up here is your order. Well, minus Coop, right? We can flip-flop this, but this is kind of your points battle going on right here.
Yeah, 9 points lead, 9-point lead.
Okay, the big question mark is, what are you going to do with Cooper Webb this week? Can I do this?
Yeah.
Put him in second place. Here's why. He has said on the podium, like, hey, I will take if the opportunity presents itself, like I'll take it. Like you got to remember, fourth or better. He can't just lay back. Like he's got to race.
Yeah.
If Sexton's behind him, he's gonna let Sexton go by, but he's not gonna want to give up more than second place, because if he gets into third place, then it's like he's only got one position to play with. That's cutting a little bit close, I think, if you're Cooper Webb. So let Sexton go by. You're in second. You're going to hope that your teammate is in third place and is going to give you a buffer, but there's no way on this planet that Justin Cooper is going to pass Cooper Webb in this race. So I think Cooper Webb, you put him for second.
I agree.
That's 100%. All I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Chase Sexton, yeah.
Yeah, Sexton, he's won the last 2 years there. Obviously, end of the season, lots of injuries anyway, but...
he has to win.
Yeah, he's going to win. Hey, that crazy pipe, kind of dig that on his bike.
Yeah, it looks cool.
That was awesome.
What do they call that thing?
I have no idea. The Ultra Mega Bomb.
It's for sound, right? The Ultra Mega Bomb. It's the sound, right?
Well, so
because the new AMA rule for decibels, they went down. Mm-hmm. Or do you think that was just for altitude?
It could be both, because the shape of a pipe, it obviously affects the back pressure, things like that, and that's going to affect the flow. I don't know what they were.
I have a question for you. These guys, who was it? It was Justin Cooper, I think, was in second gear for the start.
Uh-huh.
But they've been doing first gear starts all day. It's just, from sea level where they're at, what is it, roughly 10% horsepower loss every 4,000 or 5,000 feet?
I don't know exact
Sounds like a
percentages,
lot, but
yeah, I want to say you're roughly there, because, okay, for example, if you had a carbureted bike,
yeah,
I would typically, just to make jetting easier, I would do one main jet size per 3,000 feet.
Okay.
And you probably go more if you wanted to, but
how does that translate to horsepower? Do you know?
the more air and fuel you can get in there, the more power you're going to have.
Right.
So, you're going to have less air and fuel in there, so less power.
Yeah.
Which
it's just surprising that it's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's surprising
first gear
that
start
you
on
would
a
do
450
first
is
versus
gnarly.
second. Yeah.
First, it still seemed like second gear would just be plenty. Because we race, so we moto a lot. I've never once thought about doing first gear on a start.
No way.
Up here at
That
elevation.
seems insane.
And they're on the grate where you just have like so much grip. Just kind of seems crazy to me that they were doing first gear starts.
Yeah, it seems like
And that's
I
one
would think
one
would
extra
do
gear
a
shift you got to
different
grab.
sprocket versus a different
That's
gear,
what I was
you know
thinking.
I mean? Like add one, maybe 2 teeth to the back or something.
I don't know, just kind of interesting. Anyway, with Justin Cooper, who is currently, so he's 4th in points, but Roxon's not racing, but they're not far back. So he's going to pass Roxon for 3rd overall in this race, pending something happens. Could it be his first win? Could Jake Coop hole shot this thing and get his first win of the year? I mean, you got to, if you're in the points battle right now for a grand prize, do you got to take a risk this week? Because everybody's going to put Sexton for 1st.
Right.
Webb can't be worse than 4th, so you got to put him at least. I feel like 2nd's got to be where he finishes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or do you just? I mean, the podium's going to be Sexton, Webb, Justin Cooper for the vast majority of people.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting 7th or 8th right now, do you take a gamble and assume that Sexton doesn't win this weekend? You put somebody else up in there. I don't know. Maybe Webb's the gamble.
The whole thing is, it's like Justin Cooper's not going to pass Cooper Webb.
Yeah. What if he starts 3 or 4 spots ahead of him, and there's Sextons in between them? Yeah, I don't know. Or is the risk you put Cooper Webb to win, and he rips a hole shot, and he just tries to win the race?
That sounds like a better risk to me.
Because this thing is, if you're Cooper Webb and you do hole shot, but Sexton's behind you, you got 2 options. You got to freaking try and sprint, or you freaking hit the hazard lights, pull off the side of the road for a minute, let the dude go by, and then turn your blinker back on and get back on the track.
Oh, yeah.
So there is 0 chance that Sexton can try and take your front wheel out.
Yeah.
Because look, we're racing for our title here.
I doubt he would take it out, but
Sexton's got a little bit more wiggle room to chop a front wheel off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the only thing I know that's motivating for him to get at least 3rd is because, well, he's gone 3-3-4 his last three races, but him and Stewart are only 6 points separated right now.
Yeah.
And that's for 3rd overall. So Mookie, that's the other thing. Mookie really wants to beat Justin Cooper this weekend.
He wants to, but yeah, his record is not looking as good because he's 4-5-6.
Oh, I know.
3 races, so.
But Salt Lake can change it, man. Mookie got his first ever podium at Salt Lake.
Mm-hmm.
He's been good at Salt Lake. So I'm just saying, it's going to be a battle between these two.
Yeah.
The rider that I wouldn't want to be in this race is Aaron Plessinger.
Yeah, why not?
Dude, he's Chase Sexton's teammate.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good friends with Cooper Webb. Let's paint a few scenarios here. He starts out front, and Cooper Webb is 2nd or 3rd. You got to do your team a solid and try and hold off Cooper Webb.
Right.
But you're going to let Sexton go by. So, and Cooper Webb gets it. He's not going to be mad at AP for racing him hard and trying to hold him back. He understands that. But if AP is, say, 3rd, Webb is 2nd, or let's say, what if Webb is 3rd and AP's 4th, and AP has better pace? And AP is going to have to get around him. Because, I'm sorry, but friendships are not going to come before your team and the people that are paying you.
Yep.
So AP could just be in this really weird scenario where he could be trying to pass Cooper Webb, one of his very, very good friends, and mess up his title fight, right? But then so I don't know. AP just got it the worst, where your teammate's going for a championship, one of your best friends is also racing for the title, and you could just get stuck in the middle of all of it.
That's true.
Maybe he just lays low, fades to 5th, and is like, I'll just stay right here. I don't know. What do you think he's going to do? I mean, 7-7-5 his last 3 races.
Or that was Ferrandis. So AP's got 5-4-3. Yeah, he's had tons of podiums just the last couple races. Seems like he's kind of been off. So I'm like, it's such a tough thing because J. Coop, he's got all that momentum now. I think he has a lot more confidence these last few races than he did before. So I'm like, man,
are you talking about?
It either could be AP or Justin Cooper for 3rd.
I'd go Cooper just because the starts have been better. He just seems like he's a lot more solid there. AP's been a little bit more up, and AP does have more podiums on the year.
Yeah.
But after what we just saw last week, kind of dry, hard pack track, how well Cooper rode, I would go Cooper for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, one thing with him.
Ew.
Do you notice how he was like, I feel like everybody was just skimming the whoops, and Jay Coop was still doing some jumping.
Dude, he's got the biggest mental block of skimming the whoops I've ever seen. Like, I talked to Justin Brayton when we were doing Race Day Live, and I asked him about that, and he said, dude, he just flat out, he's scared of him. Was there anybody else outside of, I think, Mitchell Oldenburg who actually he made him work, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
He was fast.
Yeah.
But everybody else was blitzing.
I think I saw a couple laps, some people do like a jump here and there, but didn't seem like it was often.
After seeing what Chase Sexton did, we didn't have Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, Eli Tomac, Ken Roczen. All those guys are elite, you could say elite whoopers. Yes. So if you're Justin Cooper and you truly want to be like a title contender one day at this, you've got to learn to blitz these whoops.
Yep.
You can't just keep jumping them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's working for now, but this field is pretty depleted and a lot of the best whoopers are out of there. So what do you think? I don't know.
I think he's got, 6.5 months to figure it out for
I
next
think
year.
he's a lot better dirt bike racer than I am, and I think he makes a lot more money than we do. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Dude. He's about racing for free over there is what I've been hearing, but who knows. Okay, either way.
Honorable mention?
What, Ferrandis?
Ferrandis?
Dude, has he even sniffed? He got fifth 3 weeks ago. Calm down.
Well, I'm just saying we got to have a sixth guy, just to have a sixth guy.
But do
yeah,
we?
7.75.
But do we? Pending one of these guys gets a horrible start or something weird happens, Ferrandis or those guys are not going to come through and pass him.
He's consistently there. I would bet if anybody besides the previous 5 guys was going to be a top 5 guy, I'd put Mac O'Rath. As crazy as that sounds, but I feel like he's had 1 or 2 races where he obviously got that second in the mutter.
Yeah. Shane's been good, but no. Sorry.
Okay.
I love Shane, but no.
Okay.
No. All right. Well, that being said, Charles, you know what time it is?
I do.
What is it?
It is our Works Connection Wildcard Watch. All right, so first with the wild card, I've got Colt Nichols. He was 14th last weekend. He's been within 2 spots of 14th 11 times this season.
Ooh.
Season average, 13.67. And every time we have these 13th, 14th spots, I've put him in there, and he's always been one off.
One off. All I know is that the wild card this week is going to be make or break, I think, for a lot of people that are up there in the top 10.
Yeah, and it's a tough one, too, because a lot of these averages look good, but they'll have a stretch that's really close to 14th, and then 1 or 2 random.
That kind of throw it off and make it look better than it is. Oldenburg, his season average is 13.6. He's finished within 2 spots of 14th 7 times. His last 3 races, though, 9, 11, 15. So he's kind of just 14th. I feel like for Oldenburg's a bad race. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of you're hoping worst case scenario for him. So not my favorite. His average looks good, but not individuals like you were saying.
Yep. Yeah, Christian Craig, season average 13.71, finished at or within 2 spots of 14th 5 of the 7 races he's been back. But he did get his season's best result last weekend. That was 11th. So
Craig's kind of like Oldenburg, where, well, I think he's a little better than 14th, maybe. I don't know. He's not bad. Who would you pick between Oldenburg and Craig? I'd go Craig.
I'd go Craig too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably the 2 best so far are Nichols and Craig.
All right, Benny Bloss. This guy is all over the map. His average is almost 15 finish for the year. His last 4 races, he's had a 13th, a 22nd, 19th, and a 9th. And last week he started top 3 and finished 13th.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He's not anywhere near that strange. Kind of a lot more unpredictable. And honestly, as much as I love Benny, he kind of just DNFs or he just seems to have things happen where he just finishes in the very back. Yeah. Not a solid pick for me. Yeah. Watch him get 14th.
Yeah.
Norin?
Norin. Honorable mention. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
All right.
So, yeah, season average 18.22. Might not look the best. He's made the last 4 main events in a row. Hasn't missed out on them. Okay. So, the last 2 races, he's finished 15th place.
His season average finish, though, is 18. I'm not taking those odds.
Yeah, so honorable mention, like we said, yeah, Nichols and Craig are looking like the 2 best options.
Okay. Well, that being said, we are going to do our Acerbis Lock Em In, and then right after that, we're going to do the meme event giveaway. We said it.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do it. We have picked a winner. All right, Chuck, I'll go first. I mean, I've just got this healthy points gap over you right now.
How's a guy supposed to have any self-esteem around here?
I don't know. I'm feeling good about this, though. And because now that we're doing the fantasy cash, we're not doing the double points round anymore. For people that might be asking, why don't we do the double points? That is why, because now we do fantasy cash. All I know is, what are your current points, dude?
619.
619? I'm 125 points up on you.
If you got 0 points,
I
and I had
could
a
not
perfect
play
score.
this weekend, and I'm still gonna beat you.
All right, where's those peanuts?
This is incredible.
We might as well do
this
this
is
now.
incredible. I feel like Deegan. I just wrapped this up a freaking round early. That's the best. I know how
Hundred me off
Deegan
the
feels right
track.
now. This is the best feeling in the world.
Man.
I am carefree this week. I didn't know you could.
You got the hot peanuts
I
right
didn't
now?
know mathematically you couldn't beat me. No, I don't got the peanut.
Well-
you're gonna eat it next week. We're gonna do some sort of post or something. You're gonna eat some peanuts, dude.
All right.
You should have to eat 4 for the butt whooping you just took this year.
I don't know if I can handle 4, man.
Okay, are we ready? My picks are.
Okay, let's see them.
Okay. I'm going. Oh, I feel so good right now. Chase Sexton, when he said 619, I couldn't believe my ears. I'm going Chase
You know,
Sexton.
I should be able to pick your picks this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, why? Well, okay, that'd be easy. Just take anyone outside the top 10. Roxon, Tomac, Lawrence.
No, just we'll leave the top 5 guys in there. I just get to pick the order, and then any wild card guy out of here.
You like how I just picked all these up just to put them back in the same order?
Did you?
Yes, and you took my wild card. Give me Nichols. Those are my picks. Literally the exact same as what we just saw. That's what I'm going with.
Man.
What are you going to do?
Well, yeah, I had Sexton, Webb, J. Coop, and I actually have AP finishing in front of Stu.
Why? Just cause?
Just because I feel like he's been a better rider this season.
Mookie ripped some good starts last week. He ripped the whole shot in the main. Did he rip the whole shot in his heat race? He started up
I can't
front.
remember if it was whole shot, but
I think it was. Well, he's right up there, like first or second, and then
Yeah.
Sexton got around. But, okay. And you're doing Nichols for your wild card?
yeah, Nichols for the wild card.
What are you even playing for this weekend, dude? Just pride?
Man, you know what? Yeah, I kind of do need to do some Hail Marys, but this is who I think is really, I think this is how it's going to be.
Hail Mary for what? You've already lost, dude. Now we know how those other guys feel when the guy wins the title a week early.
Hey, but they dropped my lowest score too.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay,
drop
so there
lowest
might
scores.
be light, yeah. Although my lowest score, I think, is like 10 or 15 points, so we're probably in the same boat there. We're both probably going to drop the same amount of points.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Anyway,
there you go, dude. Meme event.
meme event.
Yeah, unless you got something else to say.
No, we got a winner.
Okay,
Winner,
well, look,
winner.
we had a lot of memes coming in, so thank you very much. Some of them we're not going to show on this show. Getting a little frisky there with some of these memes, but we had a lot of really good ones. Charles and I, the way I kind of look at it is I go through and I read these, and I just find one that just makes me laugh out loud. Deegan's, the Triple X one was really good. From Juan Stridham.
Yep.
Triple H, not Triple X.
Triple H.
Our favorite meme.
Love
What?
me some Family Guy.
Family Guy, I love it. Texan with the meme. SX fans after Deegan took out Davies. I just want to talk with him. He's got the shotgun ready to go. That made me laugh out loud. And that is why, sir, you Texan are the meme event giveaway winner. Get in contact with us on the Discord, message us directly, and we'll get you hooked up with some MSR gear. Love it.
Love it. Yeah, thanks everybody for sending in your memes. There's quite a few.
A lot, yes. That's
And
what we
quite
like
a
to
few
see.
from some of the same people.
Hey,
Trying to increase those odds.
just flooding the
but,
market.
Hey, it's awesome.
Hey, it
Love
increases your odds, okay?
Yeah.
Keep it coming. With that being said, this is the last and final round of RN Fantasy SX, so kind of crazy the season's already coming to an end, but don't get down. You know why? Because we're going to do this all over again for outdoors. We have RN Fantasy MX, same website, same everything. You're going to be able to sign up for the first round here in a few weeks, and we're going to have top 10 grand prizes again to give away, just like we did.
Yeah. And you know what I love about this?
You got another chance to beat me?
New beginnings.
New beginnings, because you are going to need it. And you know what gets me excited about outdoors? All the guys are back.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Anaheim 1 all over again. Eli Tomac, Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, Jorge Prado, Justin Barsha, Jason Anderson. I forgot Ando was out. Yeah, Paula race 1 is going to feel like Anaheim 1 Supercross because all the heavy hitters are going to be back out there and it's going to be sick. We could have a rad, how would you love to see, because we never got to see a Tomac, Jet Lawrence outdoor showdown.
I want to see it.
Sexton's
I'm
on
here
top.
for it.
Sexton's on top of his game.
Yep.
He just won the outdoor title last year. Same bike. We could have a phenomenal outdoor season.
I just have to say it. Do you think Sexton is going to win over these other guys that haven't had gate drops recently?
What do you mean, like at round 1?
At round 1.
Well, we're gonna have a
Just
show to
round
talk
1.
about it.
All right. Well, guess you guys better tune in.
My only question mark is like, what is Jet Lawrence's fitness like? I think Eli Tomac could come out and go 1-1, or at least be up there because he's been motoing now for a little while.
Yeah.
He could have come back to race Salt Lake, I believe. He said he's thinking about it. So if that's the case, then he's been on the bike now for a little bit, just cranking outdoors. I think Tomac's going to be good. I think he's got a point to prove.
Oh, yeah. Love it. I
All
love
right.
it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck to all the players this weekend. If you are there in that contention for a grand prize, we wish you the best. Good luck with your picks. We'll talk to you next week.
See ya.